It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New York Giants.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
A first carry for Najee Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
A first carry for Rachaad White. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
The Steelers' new punter for 2024, Corliss Waitman, on to punt. And back deep, Gunnar Olszewski. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Ole Miss.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming off of a strong performance in their team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator, the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. He was creeping up toward 200 yards, thought he was going to get there, didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a first down pickup of 8. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. And I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one. And you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it, and on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now Rodgers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Under pressure, they got him again.
Bobby Okereke
in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And
anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, They have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. His great season throwing the ball continues. That last touchdown pass, number 40 for him on the year. Graham Gano on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's to the rookie. It's Malik Neighbors. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Steeler defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom charts.
They spent the week at practice, and we know our rating's not that great. And we know we're facing the #1 passing team in the league. But there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He's still barreling through. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The 71 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And they are able to add on to their advantage. He hit him earlier in this 1st quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Pushing his way through. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch. Now White lost the football, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Second and a couple. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. 21-3 is your score after one. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it as we resume action. Gano out to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Quick throw there is incomplete. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Olszewski now to return.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That one taken in by Neighbors.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd and 2. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Alex Highsmith
Coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 9.
Now back to throw.
Open man is the rookie, Theo Johnson.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got it. Touchdown.
Daniel Bellinger.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Giants continue to pull away here in this first half.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Harris running straight ahead.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
On the return is Olszewski. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns and run for another already in this first half as his guys begin 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The short throw pulled in by Bellinger. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Muscles him off. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 103 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That one deep for Hodgins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He's got his target. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Giants just continue to roll. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the route is on here in this first half. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And oh, deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it looks like the defense has got it. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Giants have got it on cruise control. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time in the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Gano for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And this game, Charles, much talked about coming in. You think there's a real chance this is a Super Bowl preview?
I do, because as things stand, and I'll give you a little bit of a caveat here, that maybe things will shake out a little bit if someone loses along the way. But here we are right now. These are your two current #1 seeds, and I think they're both good enough to make it to the big game.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Rodgers.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
And he's able to get it out of there. It's fielded at the 45.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going.
But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent, the blocking's been terrific, and obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second down and 8. Straight ahead, here's Tracy.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary.
That he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake.
Now a throw caught by one of their linemen. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Brandon, a lot of times coaches see these situations present themselves on film. But how often do they actually call it? We just saw it here, and what an end result. A huge touchdown off of a terrific call.
Gano now to add the extra point. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because this is something I thought would be at the game by now, but sometimes these head coaches and special teams coordinators, they just can't help themselves. It's a fake extra point, but sure enough, it winds up working out for 2 points.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Bobby Okereke able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On 4th down, Corliss Waitman on to punt. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Spins by. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And he works free. Touchdown, Giants. Andrew Beck as the first half is winding down. And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top as we send you down to Orlando
Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, where it was the Browns who were winners in that one at home. Jerry Jeudy, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Justin Herbert leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Kyron Williams, a touchdown run in the victory.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
128 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Options galore here, second and a few inches.
They'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Malik Neighbors, 55 yards. And the Giants have opened the lead up to 60. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year.
Gano for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Rodgers now on first down. Looking for Austin, intercepted.
Picked off by Bobby Okereke.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, but that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make...
Looking for Austin, intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Giants are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Giants get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And his stellar campaign continues. That now his 20th rushing touchdown on the year, a number that very few running backs have ever reached in a single NFL season.
Gano the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Things unfortunately continuing to implode here. The interception he threw on the previous drive, of course, led to the touchdown. And that deficit widening a little bit further. 1st and 10.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd down and 9.
They stay on the ground with White.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, part of their struggles in the first half was their inability to convert consistently on 3rd down. But how about this well-designed play? Gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Now Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
It's Deontay Banks with it.
And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for him here.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
Left side, he's got Robinson.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. He'll drop to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
On the give, it's Tracy.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Giants take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
This is 2nd and 8.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. They go play action here on first down. Over the middle to Beckham. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. His throw caught right around the 6. Touchdown, Giants. Isaiah Hodgins, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. And now out come the Steelers. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Rodgers now on first down. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Trying to find Calvin Austin, but it'll be 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. George Pickens, the intended target. 3rd down here. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To throw, it's Rodgers. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pressure comes, and the Giants block it. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Giants are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL, you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
So the very rare blocked punt, scooped, and returned for a touchdown. What an exciting play. Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. The Steelers send out their punter now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. They bring the pressure as he gets this one away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And New York set to take the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
169 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. Still going.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Malik Neighbors with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Giants add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
To throw is Rodgers.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the 4th quarter. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
That one deep for Hodgins.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown.
Isaiah Hodgins
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Giants extend their lead yet again.
Gano for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Nightmare of a game continues for this quarterback, brought down with the game already decided. This sack adds insult to injury for him. Multiple turnovers, down by multiple touchdowns, now dumped early in a drive in the final quarter.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Giants ready to come out now.
And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown.
Jalen Hyatt from 8 yards out. And the Giants are pouring it on. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And out across midfield down to the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
On first down, Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Rodgers going to throw. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. A quick throw there is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. That one looks like he'll throw here. Hyatt has got it. And he's brought down. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Hands it off out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Giants, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.